Happy Halloween to everyone, and welcome to the Week 11 edition of the Wilkes Journal-Patriot's High School Football Rundown presented by Cooks and produced by RiverStreet Productions. I'm sports editor Zach Colburn, and assistant sports editor Brandon Morey will be joining us in just a second to take a closer look at this week's games. All four Wilkes County teams entered this week, still in the running for the Mountain Valley Athletic Conference Championship. Brandon's over at the big board to tell us which of those teams are still in the running.
All right, we're going to start by taking a look at the game between West Wilkes and North Wilkes and Millers Creek. They both came in with just one conference loss, and the Vikings picked up a big 38-35 win in overtime. We're going to pick things up in the second half. West Wilkes had a 7-point lead going into halftime, but Ethan Brown is going to find Kobe Brown wide open in the middle of the field there. That's going to tie the game in the third quarter for a 67-yard touchdown we just saw there. All right, Noah Dancy's going to score there to bring the score back to level in the third quarter, but the Vikings were far from done. Ethan's going to roll out again here. He's going to find Daniel Pruitt on the right-hand side for their second touchdown of the game through the air. He ended up with 199 passing yards. In the fourth quarter, Derek Grimes is going to score his only touchdown of the game right there, but that gave the Vikings the lead in the stretch run. West Wilkes ties it up with this Noah Dancy run, his second one-yard touchdown run of the night. That sent us to overtime. In the extra period, West Wilkes turned it over, and North Wilkes' Javier Ocampo blasted that field goal through to give his team the win. For the game, Jarrett Grimes had 131 yards on 42 carries and the one touchdown we saw. Ethan Brown also went 6 for 10 for 2 touchdowns, and we saw both of those. For the Blackhawks, Trenton Walsh was back this week. From injury, he went 4 for 9 for 47 yards and a touchdown. Jared Serbeck caught that one. And Noah Dancy, who we saw score twice, went over 1,000 yards for the season on Friday night. Okay, on the other side of town in Moravian Falls, there was a matchup between Wilkes Central and East Wilkes. Both of them came in undefeated in the conference, and the Eagles knocked off East Wilkes 25-0 to claim at least a share of the conference championship. That'll be decided next week. They play at North Wilkes. If they win it outright. If North Wilkes wins, they'll share the title with the Eagles. This was East Wilkes' best chance at the end zone right here, but JoJo Horton is going to stop Damian Reed on 4th down and stop their best chance of the night. They wouldn't get that close. Again, later in the game, Justin Parsons is going to help put it away with a 2-yard touchdown run right there. Wilkes Central also got a safety later in the quarter. I caught up with JoJo Horton after the game. Let's take a listen to what he had to say.
All right, man. What's going through your head right now?
A lot. It's crazy to think that freshman year we were 1-10, and now my senior year conference champs. It's unbelievable.
Sure. Did you have any thoughts about what happened last year in this game? They came away with that last-second field goal win.
It was sickening, to have the game like that and just to give it away in the last few seconds of the ball game. But coaches had a great game plan, and everybody stepped up.
All right, for the game, Camden White went 9 for 15 for 220 yards and 2 touchdowns. We saw the first one to JoJo Horton. The second one was an 89-yard strike to Tyler Bowles early in the fourth quarter. Bowles actually had the best game of any Wilkes County receiver all year as he finished with 184 receiving yards. For the Cardinals, Damian Reed had 70 yards on 10 carries. He also had 2 catches for 31. And defensively, Adam Holbrook and Cody Lovelace each picked up a sack. Okay, I think we fit all the highlights there. Zach, back to you.
Thanks, Brandon. Wilkes Central will travel to North Wilkes on Friday night, looking to win its first outright conference championship since 2012. East Wilkes will be at home against West Wilkes. Before we go, we want to send you off with this week's Play of the Week, presented by RiverStreet Productions. Brandon, let's see it.
Okay, we've already seen Mr. Ocampo's field goal earlier in the show. I'm going to show it to you again. It did win the game. It was also a little taste of redemption for Mr. Ocampo as he had a botched snap earlier in the game. Dropped to a knee on the punt, cost his team some yards. He also got a personal foul penalty after that, but that all goes away thanks to that game-winning field goal. Congratulations, Javier and North Wilkes. All right, Zach, send us home.
Okay, this has been the Week 11 edition of the Wilkes Journal-Patriot's High School Football Rundown presented by Cooks. Be sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at WJP_sports, and we'll see you on Friday night.